All right. Go ahead and ground down into those sit bones, lengthen up through the top of the head, finding your comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. Allow those hips to relax, allow the shoulders to relax, allow the jaw to relax. Just take a nice deep inhale here and sigh it out. Allow yourself to come into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Start to connect with your surroundings, allowing things that might usually be a distraction to be part of the experience today. We're going to really try and be mindful of our breath today, especially when we get into some standing poses. So a lot of times we get distracted in standing or even balancing poses. So really try to use your breath in those poses, maybe even a little bit deeper and longer breaths to help you focus and center. And start to scan over the body today, checking in, acknowledging those areas that are feeling good, ready to expand, ready to explore. But then also checking in on the flip side, those places that are feeling a little bit tight, that might need a little bit of extra TLC or attention. Just being mindful of all those areas as you start to move today. Since the breath is our focus, notice when you start to hold your breath, that might mean that maybe you're going too fast, too far. Or if maybe your breath isn't even registering, you might not be putting enough effort in. So you find that steady, equal breath that shows that you're in your body, that you're calm and you're relaxed, but also working. Take a nice deep inhale here. And sigh it out. Start to check in mentally. Acknowledge the day that you've had, maybe the week you've had. Just checking in, noticing how you're feeling mentally, emotionally. And then try to let that go. Try to leave it outside these four walls. Allow yourself to focus on your breath and your movements. When you get distracted by your past day or what's coming in your day, acknowledge that as a thought and bring yourself back to your breath. Taking another deep inhale here. And sigh it out. Hopefully with each of those sighs, you're finding yourself a little bit more grounded, a little bit more centered in the present moment. Reading our little quote of the day from the Little Book of Happiness. When faced with a mystery, take time to admire it. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and take a breath. Pay attention. So today you get to explore the mystery of your body, the mystery of what is open and accessible to you today, what presents a challenge. When you get there, take a breath, pay attention, acknowledge it, so you can remember it each time you make it back to your mat. So setting an intention, a purpose for your making it to your mat today. And then returning to that intention, paying attention to that intention as we move throughout the practice. So bring your hands to your heart center. We'll set that intention with either one side of the breath or an Om, your choice. Wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. Take a nice full inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, let the hands come back down to the thighs, and start to grow your breath here. Inhaling and exhaling, having that match. It's called Samavriti, equal parts. So as you inhale nice and full, exhale nice and long, matching your breaths here. Don't worry about engaging any bandhas, about pulling the core in. Just let the belly expand, ribs expand, forward, backward, and side. Chest lift on those inhales. And then everything draws back to the center line, back to your belly button on your exhales. If you're comfortable engaging that Ujjayi pranayama, if you feel like you need a little bit more heat, if you feel like you've had enough heat today, just have nice, easy breaths without that constriction at the back of the throat. Sometimes when we're doing a more mindful flow, it helps to have just a slight sound to allow your mind to attach yourself and to hear that breath, to allow that breath to guide you a little deeper into the poses, and to help you notice what's happening in your body as you're in the pose. A few more rounds of breath here. On your next exhale, let your chin come to your chest, let your eyes blink open. On your inhale, draw your right ear toward your right shoulder. And as you exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. No rush. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left. And exhale to center. As you inhale, take the arms up, gaze goes up. And as you exhale, right hand down, left arm over. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, left hand down, left arm over. So we're gonna do that 3 more times each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms up. And exhale to the left. Using your breath, your rhythm, inhales will bring you up. Your exhales will lengthen you. There's no rush. Arms reach as you lengthen. Exhaling, draw the opposite hip down. When you get to the right side, pause there. Take that top arm overhead, roll the right shoulder under, and then push down and away with that left leg. Maybe take the top hand, bend the elbow, find a little hammock for your head, and then lift the elbow a little bit higher. Maybe walk that right hand out more, finding a deeper side stretch. Exhale fully. Press into that right hand. Inhale, brings both arms back up. And exhale to the left. Reaching it over, pause there, lengthen and reach. Press those right ribs to the side. Scoop that left shoulder under. Maybe bend the top elbow. Find a little hammock for your head. Reach and lengthen with the elbow. Feel that stretch from armpit to hip. Take another big inhale here. Stay to exhale. Press into that bottom hand. Inhale reaches you up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down in front. So your hands can come to your knees, to your shins, whatever's most accessible. You're gonna do a little bit of seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest and chin. As you exhale, chin to chest, drop the belly in. Inhale, opens you up, shoulder heads roll back. Exhale, shoulder heads round forward. Inhale, open up the front of the chest, lengthen the belly. Exhale, draw the belly toward your spine. One more time here. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Inhale comes to neutral spine. And as you exhale, take those arms out nice and wide. So a little bit of flossing for our brachial nerve that runs across our arms. So as you inhale, you're going to lean your head to the right, curl your left fingers in toward your forearm. And as you exhale, you're going to switch sides. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Adding on, inhale to the right, bend the elbow toward the shoulder. Exhale to the left, switch sides. Inhale to the right, nice and slow. Exhale to the left. Good, one more time. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale to center, palms face up. Exhale, draw the thumbs back, heart forward. roll the shoulder heads down, and then rotate the palms, face them down, and then thumbs toward the floor, and then reach the arms back like you want to interlink, but you're not going to. So you're reaching the arms back as if you want to touch your hands, shoulder heads are rolling up and down the back. Good, take one more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale takes the arms up. And as you exhale, right arm over the left, little eagle. Inhale reaches them up and wide. And as you exhale, left arm on top, eagle. Inhale up and wide. Exhale, right arm on top. Inhale up and over. Exhale, left arm on top. This time we're going to hold. Inhale, open. Exhale, right arm on top. Pause there, maybe backs of hands, maybe palms touch. Lift the elbows this time. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips up, and then exhale, draw the elbows down. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift the elbows up, and then exhale, lean the elbows to the right as your head goes to the left. Good, pause there. Inhale to center. Exhale there. Inhale, reaches those arms up and wide. And as you exhale, left arm on top. Good, remember, you can always have backs of hands, you can always hug as well. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, or lean your hands to the left as your head goes to the right. Holding there. Take another inhale. Hold to exhale. Inhale comes back to center. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift, unwind, arms wide. And then as you exhale, right arm overhead, left arm behind you. Inhale, brings it back to neutral. Exhale, left arm behind, right arm under. Inhale, open. Exhale, right arm up, left hand down. Inhale, open. Exhale, opposite. One more time each side. Inhale, open. Exhale, right arm up, left arm down, pause. Press your hand, so left back of the hand presses into the back. Palm of the hand presses into the back on the right side. Take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, opens you up. And exhale, switch it around. Back of right hand presses into the back. Left hand presses into the back. Lift the chest. Take another full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, opens you up wide. And exhale, roll yourself forward, hands and knees. Having some padding under your knees if you need it today. We'll be here just for a moment. A little bit of cat-cow flossing for our spine. So as you round forward, you're going to drop your hips forward. You're going to draw your chin to the chest as your hips drop forward. And then as you exhale, send your hips back and look up. Inhale, hips forward, round. So a little bit opposite of what we're used to. Exhale, sit back, look up. Inhale, draws in. Exhale, lengthens out as you sit back. Good, adding on a little bit. Inhaling, come forward, point the toes to the ceiling. Flatten the toes, round, lengthen out, hips back. One more time, rounding, toes point up. As you exhale, send the hips back, chest lifts, shin lifts. And we come all the way down, child's pose. Good, press into those hands so your heart is lifted, so you have a little bit of that cow pose in the upper back. Good, press into the hands, get that weight into the hips. Take another inhale there. And then as you exhale, walk the hands out, lengthen out, bring that head closer to the floor. It may or may not touch, just lengthen the spine. Drop tailbone toward your heels, find a little bit of rounding in the low back. Exhale fully. Inhale, lifts you and brings you forward, and then coming into plank. Good. Find your plank for a moment. Checking in there. Lower belly draws in, tailbone lengthens. Inner thighs hug in, outer thighs press out. Heels of the hands draw toward your toes and vice versa. And then imagine you're unscrewing a jar. So you're externally rotating, you're rotating it toward your pinky edge. So engage those arms. Take another inhale there. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple moments, pedal, shift, move the weights, check in with those hips and hamstrings here, but keep those arms nice and strong, pushing down and forward. That same action you had in plank. Sometimes we forget about our arms when we're checking in with our legs. But then come to a nice still downward facing dog. And then come up high onto the balls of the feet on your inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knees, get your belly closer to your thighs. So you're finding a little bit more openness in the shoulders. You might need to turn your hands out a little bit more. Exhale there. Inhale, straightens just the right leg. Exhale. Inhale, bends both. Exhale, straighten just the left leg. Take an inhale. And exhale, bend both. Take an inhale there, lift up through the sit bone, lengthen the sideways, and then as you exhale, maybe straighten the legs a little bit more, get into those hamstrings. Take another big inhale, draw those low ribs in. Exhale, push into the hands. And then inhale, bend into the knees. Exhale, walks those hands back toward your feet. Once you're standing on those feet, bend deeply into the knees, let yourself hang. Maybe interlink opposite hands and elbows. Giving the head a little nod, yes. A little shake, no. Maybe even little circles. Exhale fully. Hands to your knees. As you inhale, lengthen out nice long spine, getting your shoulders and your hips in line. Send your sit bones back, draw up through the low belly, bend your knees as much as you need to. And then maybe those hands start to reach back to the back of the room. Good, palms facing one another. Shoulder heads roll back, look to the top of your mat. Nice full inhale here. Exhale. Press into the feet, inhale, lifts the chest, reach the arms. And as you exhale, hands to heart. Good, mindfully make your way to the top of your mat. Have any props that you need along the way. We're going to start off with some lunging sun salutations, get into our body, and then get into our sequence. Rounding down into those feet, your Tadasana. Remind yourself of your intention, your purpose. Take a nice full inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, take the arms up, gaze goes up. As you exhale, hands down, chin to chest. Inhale takes the arms up, gaze goes up. As you exhale, hinge of the hips, fold forward. Inhale, long spine, hands to shins or blocks. Exhale, refold. Press into the legs. Inhale, brings the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Adding on some lunges. Inhale, brings the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, step the right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, takes the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms with those arms. Inhale, brings the arms back up. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, straightens the back leg. Exhale, steps you back plank. Take an inhale there. Exhale, lower knees all the way to the floor. Ground down through the feet, reach the arms back, palms face up, and then inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, hover the feet, locust, and then rotate it so the palms face down. Good, and then rotate it so the palms face in. Take another breath here. As you exhale, release it down, hands by side, tuck the toes, press back knees, Hips to heels, find extended child's pose, take a full breath. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Left knee down. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Draw the heart forward, arms back. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, straightens the back leg. Exhale, step the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. Press into the legs. Inhale, brings the arms up. As you exhale, refold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, draw the arms down. Keep the chest neutral. Draw the arm bones back, shoulder blades together, and then on your exhale, rotate to the right. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to floor. Straighten the back leg, take an inhale. Exhale, step it back plank. Take an inhale here, your choice, either knees or toes. Exhale all the way to the floor. Ground down through those toes. Bring your elbows forward, find Sphinx. Ground down into the hands, elbows draw back, heart draws forward, press into the toes. Good, take another inhale here. And a little core strength as you exhale, tuck the toes, bend the knees, lift the hips, find forearm plank. Good, take another full inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, hips down, shoulders roll back, ground the toes. As you exhale, elbows wide, chest to floor, hands by side, tuck the toes. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, press back, knees, hips to heels, extended child's pose in. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, downward dog. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, step the foot forward. Right knee down. Inhale, brings your arms up. Exhale, find those cactus arms. Good. Shoulder heads draw back, elbows draw back, shoulder blades draw together. On your next exhale, rotate to the left. Good. Take a pause, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale comes back to center. Exhale, hands to floor. Straighten the back leg on your inhale. As you exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. Press into the legs. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round here. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, right leg back. Left foot's forward. Right knee can be up or down, your choice. Inhale, takes those arms up. So you're either crescent or your knees on the ground for Anjali. Good. Draw in through the low belly. And again, find those cactus arms. And then reach the arms wide. Keep drawing the shoulder heads together. Turn the thumbs down. Bring the hands back behind you like they're going to touch again, but they're not. Low belly draws in. Shoulder heads roll up and back. Maybe chin lifts. Take an inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, bring the hands down to the blocks or floor. Exhale, step it back, plank. Take an inhale and plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor again. Finding Sphinx. Elbows to floor. Ground through the toes. Shoulder heads roll back. Press down into the pubic bone. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Tucking the toes, bend the knees, lift the hips, finding that forearm plank. Big inhale here. Notice if you're holding your breath. As you exhale, hips down, Ground the toes. Inhale, heart forward, elbows back. Exhale, elbows wide, chest down, hands by side. Tuck the toes on your inhale. Exhale, press back knees or toes to plank. You always have child's pose, and then downward facing dog. So any variation that you like that feels good, feel free to stay with that. Exhale, fully downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Back knee can be up or down. Inhale, takes those arms up. So either crescent or enchaîné. Draw in through the low belly. And then finding those arms, bending them down, engaging the lats, those outer big muscles down below your shoulder blades. And then reach the arms wide. Rotate the thumbs down. And then start to draw the palms toward one another. Good, opening the chest. Maybe this time they interlink. Maybe it's even just knuckles to low back, elbows draw together. Maybe hands start to reach toward the floor as you lift the chest. Take one more full breath wherever you are. Exhale fully. As you inhale, release the grip. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, steps you back, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Ground down through those toes. Hands slide back just slightly. And then inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, hold. Take another inhale. And exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Pressing back knees or toes to plank. Then to downward facing dog. Good, nice full inhale. Down and forward, find some stillness in your downward dog. Notice how this downward dog feels compared to the first one. See if you can slow down your breath. Find the tempo of your breath. Exhale fully. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. I got a little lost there, sorry. Step the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, nice long spine. We did an extra vinyasa, good for you. Exhale, fold. Press into those legs. Inhale brings you up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Release the hands by the side, find your Tadasana. Going into our sequence, so we're going to hold these poses a little bit longer. So we're going to start off with a couple balancing poses. So maybe you need your blocks toward the front for that. There will be some options for binding. So if you want to have your strap handy for binding, you can place that toward the top of your mat as well. We're going to hold these poses a little bit longer. Our shoulders should be warm, our hips should be a little bit warm, and we're definitely going to get heat in these poses. So when you're ready, find your Tadasana. It's going to remind yourself of your intention. Take a nice full inhale and exhale. Inhale takes the arms up. And as you exhale, hinge the hips, fold forward. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, left foot back, right foot forward. Find crescent. Inhale, reaches those arms. Good, draw in through the low belly. Pausing here, find your crescent. And if you're feeling like maybe you've been leaning over a computer or a phone or a tablet for all the day, maybe those hands come back behind the back again and you interlock your fingers. You're opening up your chest, right? So you have this as an option. This can be as an option for the next two poses. You can keep this interlinked. You can even grab opposite, you can push fists together if the interlink isn't going to happen, or you can even draw your fists toward your elbows so you have a little bit more of that opening in the chest, but without the wrist pressure. Good, take another breath there. Notice your breath. And then as you inhale, start to shift forward. Maybe your back foot needs to step in and then stand on that back leg. So if it's too much to keep the bind, hands will come to hips. Maybe even hands come to blocks because you need that for balance today. You're finding your variation of either standing splits or warrior three with a little bit of a bind. Power up that back leg. See if you can imagine lengthening from your back heel to the top of your head. Draw those low ribs in, low belly in, and then right hip draws to the midline. Take another inhale. Exhale. So your choice, you can stay with the bind, maybe hands to block. We're going to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So go slowly, use your breath, right? So your left hip reaches. Good, right shoulder drops down, look down for balance, go slowly. And then power up the back leg. Good, breathing here. Awesome. Notice your breath, this is when we hold our breath. Good, from here we're going to transition into warrior two. So use the blocks if you need. Slowly bend into that front knee, step it back. Warrior two. Letting those arms open. Good, breathing there. Finding your warrior two. Maybe you bend a little deeper, maybe you bend a little less. Good, but power up that outer right hip. Extend through the arms, open through the chest. Focusing on your breath. We have one more big inhale here. Exhale. Reversing that warrior, front palm's gonna turn up. Reverse that, take that right ribs forward. Keep bending into the front knee, use that outer right hip. Power up the back leg, maybe the back hand binds to low back, maybe to your opposite hip. But keep deepening the bend in the front knee as you find more openness in those right ribs. Gaze can be forward, down, or even up to the top hand for more challenge. Gonna take another inhale here. Exhale. You can keep the bind if you'd like. Inhale, straighten that right leg. As you straighten the right leg, send the right hip forward for reverse triangle. Find length from armpit to hip, from hip to toe. Press into the feet, draw the feet toward one another. So you're just taking that length, finding length in the sideways that we're going to use now for Trikonasana. Take one more full inhale. Keep the bind if you'd like. As you exhale, keep the legs straight, send that left hip to the back of your mat as you reach your right arm forward. Right hand comes down to the block or floor, pressing down so that you can lift up. Rotate the shoulders back. Draw that right hip under as that left hip presses forward. Tailbone to heel, opening up the chest. If you're not in the bind, top arms right above your head. Draw those low ribs in. Good. Couple more breaths here. Exhale fully. This is where you have the option for a bind. If you can't do the complete line, you might want to grab your strap. Exhale, look down. Inhale, bends into that front knee. So if you're using the strap's going to go in the hand that's behind you. Then your left arm, your right arm can come in front, grabbing that strap behind for the bind. Or maybe that hand just stays where it is. Your other hand reaches to the floor, to the shin, or maybe it stays on your thigh. So you have those options for side angle pose. If you are not binding, top arm maybe reaches over the top ear to find that length in that left side waist. 2 more breaths here. Power up the legs. Draw the heels toward one another. Open the chest to the left. 1 more full inhale. Exhale. Release the bind if you have it. As you inhale, press yourself up, warrior two. Unbind. Exhale there. Good little break in that front leg. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, turn the toes to the long end of your mat, hands to your hips. Take an inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, lengthen forward, forward fold. Hands come down to the block or floor. Nice long spine. Send your chest forward, pressing the outer edges of your feet, and then lengthen the chest down. Top of the head lengthens down. Neck lengthens down. Low belly draws in, inner thighs draw out as your heels press back. Find your breath here. Slight inversion for you. Heart's over your head. Hips are over your heart. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, hands to your hips. Bend your knees if you need. Inhale, lifts the heart. And exhale. Good, turning those right toes out and then stepping your left foot out and in so you can square your hips to the top of the mat. Both legs straight. Press into the front leg, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, lengthen out, Parsvottanasana. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Hands can stay on hips. Maybe they interlink behind, grab opposite elbows. Maybe it feels more comfortable for you and sturdy to press into the blocks. So nice long spine. Engage those legs like those inner thighs want to squeeze toward one another. Two more breaths here. See if you can lengthen the top of the head toward the floor. Maybe take your gaze toward the middle of your mat or your back foot. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, put a little bend into the front knee. Release the bind if you have it. And then come up onto the ball of the back foot. Lengthen that stride. So you have option for a twist. Left hand can stay to block your floor and reach that right arm. Or lift the chest. Take that left elbow to the right knee. Palms will press. Roll the shoulders back. And then power up that back leg. Good. Wherever you are, back heel's pushing back while your front knee's drawing forward. And then your heart's rotating toward those hands. Bottom elbows pressing into that knee for more rotation. Maybe even gaze goes up to the ceiling. One more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, hands to blocks or floor. Pause there in that low lunge. You have options here. If you want a vinyasa, you're going to step back. Go through the vinyasa. Maybe you want to do a little handstand. You have that as an option. Maybe you just want to step forward. So take a big inhale. Exhale, decide where you're going to go. I'm going to vinyasa. Go nice and slow and mindfully. Use your breath. No rush. When we meet, we will meet with our left foot forward and our right foot back. Nice full inhale. I'm just going to turn myself around. Exhale. So left foot forward, right foot back, finding your crescent lunge. Gonna draw in through the low belly. Power up those legs. And then again, you have the option to bind those arms behind. So you have those different options of binding. If you're interlinking your fingers, put your opposite thumb on top to open up the chest. If you're using your elbows, put your opposite hand on top. Opposite forearm. Good, one more big breath here, really power up, get a little bit into the calf here of that back leg. Exhale here. As you inhale, hinge forward, maybe that back foot steps in slightly, and then stand on the front leg nice and slow. Find your variation, either warrior three or standing split, so hands can go to blocks. Power up that back leg, use the glute. Draw that left hip in, low belly in, heart lengthens forward. Nice full inhale here. Exhale. Now going very slowly, coming into Ardha Chandrasana, half move. So go slowly, left shoulder drops, right hip lifts. Use the blocks if you need to start. Good, and then once you're there, power up the back leg. Good, keep rolling the shoulders back. Good, two more breaths here. Can you use your breath more to help you balance? And now we're going to slowly transition into warrior two. So put a little bend into that left knee, extend that right leg back, stepping it back, warrior two. Release those arms. Take a big inhale. Exhale. So find your breath again. When we get into balancing poses, we tend to hold our breath. Our cadence of our breath gets a little more choppy. So even it out here in your warrior two. I never thought that warrior two would be a find my breath pose. Good. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Front palm turns up, reverse that warrior, take that top arm up, press those left ribs forward, right hand can go down or behind the back or to the opposite hip. Power up those legs still. So engage the glutes, engage that outer left hip, and then lean it back more as you bend into the front knee. Good, feeling yourself be engaged. Use your breath here. Notice if you're tightening your jaw. Notice if you're tightening your shoulders. Do what you need to find ease in the pose. Big inhale here. Exhale. Keep the bind if you'd like. Inhale, straighten that left leg. As you do, send the left hip forward. So you have a little bit of a stretch in that right inner thigh. Keep lengthening back. So reversing your triangle. Good, keep lengthening tailbone down. Power up those legs like you want to pull the heels toward one another. Another big inhale here. Stay to exhale. Keep the length on that left side. As you inhale, kick your right hip to the back of your mat. Keep both legs straight. Hands going to come down to block or floor. Press down to roll the top shoulder back. You can keep the bind or take the arm up depending on how this shoulder feels. Remember, both sides do not have to be the same as you have different things going on in each of the sides of your body. Power up those legs. Roll the shoulder back. And then draw that left hip under as the tailbone drops to your back heel. Good, another full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Keep the bind if you'd like. Find your strap maybe. Exhale, bend into that front knee. Good, so maybe you're still in the bind. Maybe your hand comes to the inside to the block or the floor. Maybe that left arm binds under, finds the strap. Open the chest. Maybe you're happy with your hand on the floor. And maybe you're even happier with that top arm up and overhead. So you have options here. Using the progress of your breath, the deepness of your breath to progress the pose. 2 more breaths here. 1 more full inhale. Use the strength of those legs. Exhale. Release the bind on your inhale. Exhale, press yourself back up, warrior 2, just for a moment. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, rotates the toes to the long end of your mat, hands to your hips. Good, hands can also come behind the back, or this could be your inversion time. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, lengthen forward. So again, you can continue to open the chest, or you can bring hands to floor again, or if you have an inversion practice, you can go into that now. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. If you're going into an inversion, be safe. Those keeping their feet on the floor, press down into the outer edges of your feet, draw the heels back so you engage the glutes as the top of the head lengthens down. If arms are coming overhead, relax the neck and squeeze those palms together towards one another. 2 more breaths. A nice slow 5 breaths to find our breath again. Exhale fully. If you're upside down, come down slowly. Inhale, nice long spine. Hands to your low back if they're not there already. Exhale, hold, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, lifts the heart. And exhale. Turn those left toes out to the top of the mat. Bring your right foot out so you can square those hips and you're not on a tightrope. Straighten both legs, lift the heart. And then exhale, lengthen forward. Parsvottanasana. Right hip draws forward, left hip draws back, finding any variation for your arms. Heart comes forward, hips draw back. Power up those legs so those inner thighs are drawing toward one another. If the bind isn't there for you today, blocks are there so you can keep the length of the spine and really find that front hamstring stretch. Two more breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, put a little bend into the front knees. You release the hands to blocks or floor. Wiggle that back foot back. Finding a nice low lunge, and then your choice, either right hand to the floor and lift the heart, lift the left arm, or lift the chest, right elbow, left knee, finding that twist. Back knee can always go down too if you need to start. And then power up the legs. Send your front knee forward, back heel back, find length in that hip flexor on the right side. And then heart to hands as you're pressing that top hand into the bottom hand. And then maybe gaze goes up. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, both hands down to blocks or floor. Pausing there for a moment in that low lunge, deciding what you want to do. Handstand, vinyasa, step forward. Whatever it is you'd like to go, off you go as you exhale. And then slowly, whatever position you're going to, we will meet in child's pose. So wherever you're headed, how you're headed there, take a breath and then meet in child's pose. Connect back with your breath. Connect back with your intention. And connect back with the body. Noticing how this child's pose feels compared to the first one. Slowing the breath down, deepening the breath, finding that samavriti, that equal parts breath. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, reaches those arms forward. Exhale, come to hands and knees. Tuck your toes. We're going to come into malasana. So if you need to use your block under your hips or a blanket under your heels, start to walk back. Drop the hips, drop the heels, malasana. Good, so we're going to pause here. We're going to go through a little bit of a flow here in our malasana. Make sure you have a little bit of space behind you. Good, so find some lift in the chest, some drop in the seat. Good, and then from here, reach those arms out. If you have the block underneath you, you're going to need to remove it. Sit down, draw the knees together, bend the knees, hands behind the knees, maybe toes to floor, hover feet, maybe hover arms. Navasana. Good, take a big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, draw the feet together, soles of the feet together, knees go wide. Exhale, lift the heart. And then take another inhale. Exhale, lengthen forward. Elbows into the thighs, press into the feet. Breathing here. We're going to go through that 2 more times. Inhale, lifts your heart. As you exhale, draw the knees up. Bring the feet wide. You may have to push yourself from behind or reach forward. Find your malasana. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower the hips. Draw the knees in. Find your navasana. So either half, drawing in. This is a lot more core strength. If you want hip flexor strength, straighten the legs. A little bit harder in the hip flexors. This is harder in the core. Take another breath. And then soles of the feet together, feet to floor. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, lengthen forward. Good, shoulders draw back. Maybe you start to reach forward, maybe you reach back. We have 1 more round. Exhale fully. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, brings those knees up. Bring the feet wide. Again, hands can be behind you. You're going to push yourself up. Coming into that malasana. Here's your chance. If you have a bakasana practice, a little crane practice, maybe you lean forward, squeeze in, draw into the belly. 1 foot lifts, maybe both. Look forward. And then feet down, hips down, heels up. Navasana. Good, breathe. Find your breath here, especially in those challenging poses. Let your body know it's okay. And then soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Lengthen out into whatever's going to feel best for you. Those people have a little bit more flexibility. Shins and elbows press into one another while the heart comes forward. Really engaging those outer hips, getting into the inner thighs. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, back to center. Taking those knees, drawing them up. Slide yourself forward and then roll all the way down onto your back. Bring a block with you, a blanket, as you'd like. We're gonna do a little bit of a heart opener here on our back. You're gonna have options. First, we're gonna take our arms overhead. Palms face up. Press down into the heels, and you inhale. You're just gonna lift your hips. Keep your upper back on the floor. So your upper back, so right there underneath your heart space is still on the floor. Engage your glutes. Good, send those heels down. Squeeze the glutes. Send your knees forward, but keep the heart heavy. Good, so just activating the low body here before we get into a little heart opening. And then slowly release those hips. Good, bring the hands by the side. You have the option, you can put yourself up on a block if that's gonna feel better for you to open your chest. Or we're gonna go into bridge pose. If you have Urdhva Dhanurasana full wheel in your practice, you're welcome to go there. Ground down through those hands. Press into the feet. Inhale, lifts the hips. This time, lift up so you're up onto your shoulders. So opening up the back. Wind those shoulders underneath. Maybe interlink hands behind the back or with a strap. And then press those pinky edges to the floor. Good, keep winding the shoulders open, opening up the chest. Again, engage the glutes. Imagine you have a block between your knees. Send the heels toward your hands, your shins to the front of the room, your hips to the ceiling, and the back of your head to the floor. 3 more breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, unwinds those shoulders. Exhale, slowly lower the hips. Pause there for a moment. You have the option to repeat that again if you'd like, or go in a little bit deeper. So you have that as an option. Otherwise, we're going to just get into our hips a little bit. So your choice what you want to do right now. Right ankle over your left knee. And then start to draw that knee into your chest. So getting into that outer hip, coming into that figure 4, reclining pigeon. Send that right hip forward. Slow down your breath. Maybe let go of the Ujjayi pranayama. If you have it, just let your breath be nice and full. And then slowly switching sides. If you are done with your back bends, you can join us here. Switching sides, left ankle over the right knee, drawing that leg in, and then sending that left hip slightly forward. Getting into that outer hip, deeper into the hip joint. Exhale fully here. Go ahead and releasing that leg down. Bring both soles of the feet to the ground. Coming into a twist. We're going to twist and drop our knees to the left first. So your favorite form of a twist. I'm going to shift my hips, extend my left leg, draw my right knee in, and drop my right knee over. So your choice, maybe you do eagle legs, maybe you do 2 legs. Wherever you are, bring your left hand to your belly. And let your belly become nice and big now. So let that belly move with your breath. Letting the breath find you a little bit deeper into the pose on your exhales. Notice what happens on the inhales. On your next inhale, draw your knee back up to center. As you exhale, bring your hips back to center. And then shifting your hips to the left and twisting and dropping your knees to the right. So find your twist first. And then taking your right hand, placing it on your belly. And just notice what happens as you breathe into your hand. Notice if you're holding any tension in the face, the jaw, the shoulders or neck. On your next inhale, draw the knees back up. As you exhale, hips to center. Pause here for a moment, maybe open the arms wide. And just scan over the body here. Notice if there's any other body part that needs a good stretch or some attention. Maybe it's a little shoulder stand, maybe it's a hamstring stretch, maybe it's happy baby. So going into your final position before Savasana here. Give yourself time to explore and really pay attention to those areas that might still need a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of TLC. It doesn't have to be everything. Pick one thing that might still be noticing, that might be popping up in your brain saying, what about me? And then when you're ready, give those legs a shake and start to extend yourself out into Savasana, using any props that you need to rest comfortably. Maybe something under the legs, maybe something under the neck, maybe something over the eyes. Letting yourself surrender out into Savasana. I'm going to take you through a little guided relaxation here. And then allow the last couple minutes in silence. So wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. Take a nice full inhale through the nose. And sigh it out the mouth. Letting yourself drop down into your mat. And taking a moment, noticing all the places on the back side of your body that have pressure to them onto the floor or mat. Notice where your heels touch. Maybe your calves. The backs of your thighs. Noticing that heaviness in your pelvis, that sacral area, any parts of your glutes, your booty that's touching the floor. Noticing the parts of your spine that are touching the floor. Noticing your shoulder blades on the floor. Any other parts of your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. And then what parts of the backs of your hands are touching the floor. Noticing those sensations. Noticing the sensation of the back of your head on the floor. And then just noticing what sensation comes up if you notice all those areas at the same time. Does it feel more relaxing? Does it make the front side of your body seem a little more light? Does it help you drop a little bit more into your body, into your breath? Just noticing the little rise and fall of your belly as your breathing comes back to normal. Just keeping your mind on these sensations that are happening in the body. For a few more moments in silence as you take rest in Savasana. I'll bring us out with 3 bells to end the class together. So feeling free to stay here if this is feeling good and you don't feel as if you're restored yet. If you're feeling good and you'd like to end the class with us together, go ahead and start to bring some movement into your fingers and toes as you deepen your breath. On your next inhale, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together. Maybe give those wrists and ankles some circles as you make yourself nice and long. And when you're ready, bending the knees, either windshield wiper those legs or hug those knees into the chest, whatever's going to feel best for you right now. Bring some circulation back into the body. And then when you're ready, using your arm as a pillow, roll over to your favorite side and pause. Scanning over the body, checking in with the mind. Returning back to our quote of the day. When faced with a mystery, take time to admire it. Sit quietly, close your eyes, take a breath. Pay attention. Just paying attention to those little shifts and changes that might have happened in the class today. And when you're ready, lean into that top hand, extend the top leg, pressing yourself up mindfully. Coming all the way back up to seated. As you make your way to seated, if your eyes are closed, let them open. Bring your hands to your heart center. Allowing yourself to come into the room, onto your mat, into your body. Connecting with the sensations of your body. Connecting with that intention that you set for your practice today. Acknowledging the shifts and changes. Acknowledging what the strength and the energy and the breath of this practice did in your body. And notice ways that it can help you as you transition from your mat into your evening ahead. Knowing that strength, that breath, that energy is always there with you. When you need it most, just call upon it, mostly with your breath. Tuning into that whenever you need. We'll seal everything in with one final om, or a sigh of the breath. Exhale fully. Take a nice full inhale. Bowing your head slightly. Take a moment. Think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And hold on to that image in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for taking time for yourself. Thank you for practicing with me. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, wear some sunblock, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.